All right, thank you, Caleb. Well, when I was at our Let's Talk event in Wyandotte County a few months ago, one of the topics people brought up time and time again was property taxes. And in fact, it's been brought up at almost every single Let's Talk event that we've done.
Well, property assessments were also one of the main criticisms that were brought up by opponents of former Jackson County Executive Frank White Jr. Now his successor is addressing that topic on day one in office.
KCHB 41 political reporter Charlie Keegan was there as new County Executive Phil LeVota rolled out his plan. So Charlie, what did he say and what are you hearing from property owners now?
We're hearing cheers, quite frankly, Sarah, from property owners. Two commercial property owners were actually inside the courthouse with us today when County Executive Phil LeVota made this announcement. Phil LeVota says he's going to be rolling back almost all commercial property assessments here in Jackson County that went above 15% this year, which means a lower assessment should result in a lower tax bill for these commercial property owners. And something that was different that I noticed inside the courthouse today compared to Frank White's administration is that the county executive and the county legislators appear to be on the same page.
It's about making sure business owners, and many of whom have invested in our communities for decades, aren't being punished for staying here and operating their businesses and growing their businesses here in Jackson County.
My sources had told me that today's announcement was going to be just about commercial properties. And I've actually been in touch with a residential owner over the last 2 years who's still fighting his 2023 residential assessment. So I asked County Executive Phil LeVota on behalf of this property owner if there will be any change and relief for residential owners. And LeVota told me that yes, that is the next step on his list of priorities, which is good news for that property owner I've been in touch with over the last 2 years.
I think it should be all-inclusive. I don't want to just see it go into certain segments or certain areas or something like that. It should be for everybody. You know, what's sauce for the goose is sauce for the gander.
All right, let me tell you how this is going to work for the commercial assessment reductions that Phil LeVota and his office is now working on. They're going to try and get these properties assessments back down before the tax bills go out in mid-November. So his office is going to be tracking down all those commercial properties that went up by more than 15% and make those changes. If you own one of those properties, you don't need to contact the county. Sarah, Gian, they say they can handle this and make those changes for you.
Well, Charlie, I know we ask every chance we get, and I know today you also talked to County Executive LeVota about the Chiefs and Royals stadiums, getting them to stay in Jackson County. What did he say?
Yeah, I wanted to ask Phil LeVota specifically about news we got yesterday from the mayor of North Kansas City. He said that the city of North Kansas City and the Royals are having substantial and ongoing conversations about moving the Royals to Clay County. Phil LeVota here in Jackson County told me that does not overly concern him. He said he is 110% positive there is a path forward to keeping both the Royals and Chiefs here in Jackson County.